La Cuachenta. I hope everybody's having a fabulous evening en casa con familia. Hello to all my tweakers. Hello, TikTokers. Hello, TikTokers. Tenemos mucho de qué hablar, guys. Y me voy a quitar el lipstick. Just wait a couple of minutes real quick for some of y'all to tune in today, guys. Because we have new followers, new people coming on board, new people that are following us, guys. I want to tell them a little bit about myself, a little bit about my story, who I am. I know that other people have spoken a lot of bullshit about me, have tried to smear my name, have tried to make me look like a villain, and people playing victims out there, like if they've never done anything wrong. So I'll explain to you guys who I am. Hey, primis. Hello to everyone, guys. So, déjame empezar, guys, that from who I am, what I've done, what have I accomplished, and what have I not done right, I guess. Mira, para empezar, guys, most of you all that are here probably know that I've been very transparent that I am a recovered drug addict. I've been sober for a little bit over 3 years. It was a lot. It took a lot of me to be able to overcome that part of my life. And every day it's a battle. Every day it's a new day, it's a new battle. And I want Rubian to make us laugh. We will, guys, we will. But I do gotta tell them a little bit for our new followers and stuff like that, and remind people what this platform is all about, and what is the purpose of it, and who was here trying to disrupt us, or an evil person that is running for mayor in the city of Raymondville, how she tried to hinder or hurt some of you guys that are out here watching the show. So I've been sober for a little bit over 3 years. I was heavy on coke. I was heavy on meth. I was heavy on crack. I didn't have anything in life. Everything seems like it was going south. I tried to dig myself so many times. I would say, you know what, I want to come out of this addiction. I relapse a lot of times. And it was very difficult to be able to find myself as a person. To me, a person that is going through a drug addiction and can't overcome it, there's excuses for it. If I was able to do it, I'm sure some of you guys who have a loved one, a friend, or know of someone can accomplish it themselves too. It's not easy. It's not easy to overcome an addiction, whether it's alcohol or drugs, but it's possible. It's possible when you have faith, especially with God, and you build a relationship with God, and I'm sure you'll be able to overcome it. I didn't have anything from like a car. I didn't have money. I didn't have nothing. Like I said yesterday, andaba pidiendo for a penny, a quarter to buy a cigarette. I was picking up little bachitas of cigarettes from the floor. I would sleep with men for money to buy drugs. And I was a thief. I would steal from my own household. I would steal to support my habit. And I have a beautiful family, a family who loves me, a family who cares for me a lot. They forgave me for every wrongdoing I did to them. I'm not saying I was a perfect son. I'm not saying I was a perfect brother, but I had my struggles, and they found ways to forgive me because they love me. Um, as a child, I was molested as a child. I know some of you all can reflect to that. Some of you all have been through that in life. But at the end of the day, there is you have to find ways to close those wounds in your life in order to be able to live a better life and to be able to speak about your story. I know that everybody has a story. Everybody has a story to tell, but some people are embarrassed to share their story. I'm not embarrassed or ashamed to share my story because my past is my living testimony, and I'm always going to see it in a positive way. Because if I would have never gone through that addiction, if I would have never been molested, if I would have never gone through certain things in life, if I would have never grown in a single parent household, then my story would have been different, right? But my story now is it could help save a life. It could help a person who's going through depression. It could help a person who's going through an addiction. So it's not something that I'm ashamed to share with anyone. My mother raised 6 kids by herself. All of us have an education. For those 2 individuals out there who have been barking in Digital Dimwits platform, two older ladies that have been dogging me real bad. Like if they know me, like if they were in a relationship with me. No, I have my education. I serve my country. I am a veteran. I've done things that probably those 2 ladies have never accomplished in their lives. I am in the process of getting my benefits from the VA. So when these ladies are out there trying to make me look like the worst person on earth, no, girls, get your facts straight, and if you don't understand what I mean is, call me and ask questions, and I'm more than welcome to explain to you what I've accomplished in life. I also played international basketball in Mexico. I played international basketball. I was getting paid to play basketball. I was into basketball. I enjoyed playing basketball. So there's things that I have done in life that I'm very proud of. I've done a lot of volunteer work in my community, also public relations, and all this stuff to better off a lot of people. I help out the community. One of the things that I found within myself was that after stealing so much, after doing so much wrongdoing, one of the things that I figured out is God gave me a gift. The gift was to help other people who have been struggling financially, other people who have been struggling with an addiction, other people who have struggled with depression or whatever it is. But I find ways to help others. People were talking about an arrest. Mr. Como le dice la Ana Saldivar, Frank Mars, was talking about my arrest. That, I had previous arrests. Well, one of my arrests that I had was because I stood up for little girls at Harold Middle School at Mercedes ISD that were molested by a coach, right? And I exposed an elected official, a board member, and I exposed the superintendent. I exposed all the board members. And I was arrested for exposing this elected official for harassment. Do I regret it? No. Would I do it again? Yes. If it was any of your child getting touched by this coach and penetrated, I would be the first one out there advocating for your child. So do I regret my arrest? No. Whatever the outcome is, I'll accept it. If they find me guilty of it, ni modo. But at the end of the day, I did what was right. What I believe was right was to protect those children and be a voice to them. And I did it because, you know what? I was molested as a child. And I know how hard it is to be able to close a wound like that in life. So when these people go out there and try to say, don't forget how many used to play basketball with my brother Eugene in high school. Yes, Kendrick. When I hear stories like this, the children are getting neglected or children getting abused, it hurts, but I get very passionate about it, and I go advocate with it. People don't know that I have a different page, that I run a totally different page than what this is right here. I have this entertainment, fun, laughter, and stuff like that in there, and I put on a show, a wig and stuff. But that's something like a character, an entertainment. I have another platform that I advocate. It's called United We Stand. I advocate for a lot of school districts, a lot of single parents, a lot of children out there. A lot of parents contact me, and it's a different platform, but it's something that I'm very passionate about it. I don't mix the platforms together. I try to keep it very professional on my other platform. Here we cotorrear, we joke around and stuff like that, but we have our moments of being uh, I guess we could say, putting things like in contents and serious matters here as well, guys. We've helped different people in our platform, people that have struggled financially, people that need medical expense. We've done a lot for this art community right here. So whatever you've heard about me in other platforms, not all of it is true. You have every right to call me. You could call me, you could text me. You're more than welcome to criticize me as well, because I'm not perfect, and I will accept criticism. I don't have an issue accepting criticism. I'm not going to block you, not unless you're over here disrespecting to a point where you're cussing people out. Yes, then I will ask someone to block you. But other than that, no. One of the main reasons for this platform was to stand up for individuals who cannot do it because of their jobs, because there's a group of ladies that call themselves the Peacocks, who have consistently harassed and stalked some of these people here with us. who have targeted the LGBT community, who have been racist. One of them is actually running for mayor in the city of Raymondville. That lady has consistently harassed, stalked, and attacked the LGBT community. She finds ways to I guess belittle people and hurt people. There was an incident recently in the city of Raymondville where we had the Marroquin family, that there was a chaos that broke during Halloween. And at this point, I do support the Marroquin family, because there's one thing that you do. It's that when you talk shit about them, but about their loved ones that are deceased, you cross the line. You crossed it. So whatever happened that night that they punched you in the face, you probably deserved it, to be honest, because you don't know your limits. And of course, this individual now wants to run for mayor in the city of Raymondville, guys. We know that she comes in with zero education. She has zero knowledge of what is infrastructure to a city. Her ultimate goal is about the payroll. That's what she's worried about, getting paid. It's not about the taxpayers. It's not about the children of the community. It's not about bringing businesses. It's not about lowering the taxes, fixing the drainage to the system. It's about what she wants to earn, what money is going to come in. We all know she's money hungry. We all know she's an alcoholic. We all know she's never worked in her life. She claims that she is, claims that she is a home maker, but we all know the conditions where she lives in. We can't be bullshitting to each other. We all know the condition we live with. So this individual now wants to run for mayor. She did her announcement. She's affiliated with somebody they call La Pastora, who is a well-known drug dealer in the city of Mercedes, according to Commissioner Jacob Howell. So the people that really surround you and your supporting cast are the people that how you reflect yourself. Mira con quien te juntas y te diré quién eres. You know, not only is she out there trying to get elected, but she's also scamming people. She scams people consistently with lies on the first and the third. Send me this amount of money because I'm trying to pay my light water bill and all this other bullshit stuff. You know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But let me go ahead and bring my bestie, mi comis, to hear her input.
Hola, amigocha.
Hola, amigocha. ¿Cómo estás, perris?
Yo muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Pues yo cada día más buena.
¿Cómo te fue ahora?
Me fue muy bien. I had court today. The state or the prosecutor was not ready to move forward, and I actually had a switch or substitution of counsel. My brother took over the case. He is going to represent me as my attorney, and I want to thank Mr. Sorolla. I do want to say something that, people from other platforms were messaging or emailing this attorney, and the attorney decided to withdraw from the case because estaban chingue. But now se la pelaron because my brother knows exactly who the fuck these people are. Son mierda. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited that my brother was able to say, you know what, I'll take it, brother. No te mortifiques. I got your back. You're good. And we're going to move forward with it.
Good. I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of times, just like they like to rattle the judges and the attorneys and put pressure on them and whatever, we also know stuff about that needs to be exposed, and it's going to get done.
Well, that's what I was talking about that right now. I was talking about this individual who's running for mayor in the city of Raymondville, and I was talking about how she harasses people, how she stalks people, how she tries to belittle people, how she's racist, how she hates the LGBT community, and the list goes on and on and on. I mean, I want to hear your input about this individual who announced that she is running for mayor.
Well, she's already lying, and I don't think that her followers, there's very many that are going to vote for her because they're not even from there, including myself. But I know people there.
Right.
So I encourage everybody that knows somebody there to let them know, let them be aware of if they don't know who she is. Now, for one, this woman hasn't even read her damn packet that they give you to follow instructions. I'm pretty sure. So we'll get to see within the first month of this thing where she's already violated half of the rules that are in there, because I don't think she follows half of them. She hasn't read it, and I know for a fact she hasn't read it. It's already obvious. That's number one. Two, she thinks she's gonna get paid a whole shitload of money. She's full of crap because she cannot use that travel allowance to go to Louisiana to gamble. She cannot use it for that. In case she doesn't know, I mean, she thinks that she's going to be able to travel and just put in the tickets and they'll pay for them. No es para ir a Louisiana to gamble. Sorry. Your phone bill is not being paid. They're not going to give you an allowance to pay 9 phones so that you could be a night bashing people on the phone. Sorry. So, ya se está ilusionando de todas cosas. She thinks she's going to go in there and she's going to dictate, she's going to order this up. Hey, the mayor, all she does is run the meeting. The commissioners have to vote. They have to vote for what is on the table. You don't get to tell them what to do. That's another thing she doesn't know. Obviously, she doesn't know what's going to happen. Ella cree que they're going to give her the keys and say, aquí está.
Well, we have to be active. To be active, it's like you got to spread the word. If you know somebody lives in Raymondville, you have to notify them who this people is, because we got to remember Raymondville is a very small town, and very few people go out and vote in small towns. Let's assume it's 500 people. You're running a three candidate race. It could be a very close race.
Yeah, 200 people voting, I would think.
Right.
There's 3 people, but I don't expect her to get more than 20 votes. I really don't. But just, que se ilusione. Now, it's hilarious. It's funny. She it's made already 2 shows where her sister is talking about this, and she says, we're going to set up mental health clinics. We are going to do that. Who the hell is we? We. Nomás los marranos hacen we. She's not. She thinks that she's going to run. The sister thinks that she's going to run the show for the dump shift. Because you know very well that she does not like to work. So she's saying, oh, pues my sister will do it all, like she does everything else for her. No. I mean, she's got the impression that this is just a joke. For her, this mayor position is a joke. And she's going to take it as a joke. The woman doesn't get up till 11 o'clock in the morning. First of all, because it's on Facebook and everything else till 5 in the morning. So she thinks her excuse today was, huele a drogas. Era un tacuache. I mean, era un skunk.
So otra vez.
Sí, era un zorrillo, pero abuelía drogas. Y ese saying, abuelía drogas, es de ella. Nosotros lo estamos diciendo, pero es de ella, porque abuelía a un zorrillo y ella decía abuelía drogas. Who's that? If you think you're fooling, who do you really think that all these people that listen to these shows, this is hilarious. This is stupidly hilarious. Because, I mean, la gente de Raymondville has to be smarter than that. They have to look around. Ahora, she says, yo he hecho maldiciones, ¿y qué? Porque es cierto, 4 pulgadas de acá abajo para abajo, allí me la maman. La mamá, y yo digo, ¿qué tiene esto? ¿Qué tiene esto? Pues,
Y luego que le abras por detrás, Miss Painter.
sí, sí, sí. Y, pues, she's acting like there's nothing wrong with that. Pues, ¿qué tiene? Is that the ejemplo you want to give the girls, the women, the people of your community? If you think that there's nothing wrong with saying that, you really do not qualify. You need mental health.
No. Imagine, just put this in a scenario. Imagine her in executive session.
Well, it's okay because everybody knows que ella echa maldiciones, so it's supposed to be accepted.
So if you contradict her, what do you think is going to occur at a city meeting?
Pues, she's going to les va a decir a chingar su madre todos. Vayan y chingan a su puta madre. Pues a ella todos chingan a su puta madre. And that's her answer to everything. And she thinks que todos se deben de agachar la cabeza y decir, okay, Mayor, okay, we're going to do things your way. It doesn't matter what we think. Commissioners are stupid there or what?
I thought la otra was going to run for what's her name? For judge, remember?
Pues las dos. Yo te digo una cosa, in the middle of this goddamn election, they'll get to go to court and they'll be found guilty. Y luego qué? It's okay. It's okay. Now, my main question in all of this for the community of Raymondville and for the other candidates is to question what kind of record does she have quashed in Washington? What horrible thing did she do over there that she had to silence it? Do we have some skeletons in the closet that we don't want the community to find out about? What are those things? Do you want a mayor where you have questions about what was done in another state? What illegal crimes? And it was an illegal crime because they did arrest her. They did, she was found guilty. And she quashed those. She had it. What is it called? What do you call that when you have everything null? You have everything silenced.
Expunged.
Expunged. What kind of record does she have expunged in Washington? Does everybody in that community want to elect somebody that has a record expunged? And we don't even know what she did. Is she going to be transparent and tell everybody what she did in Washington so that the voters there are well informed before they go and vote? I think that the voters need to know. What kind of a criminal are you? Do we want you as a mayor? Those are things that if I was a candidate running against her, I would definitely bring it up in any kind of meeting, in any kind of community gathering, is we have a candidate that has a record expunged, and we don't know what kind of criminal crimes did she commit. We don't know. We don't actually. They're voting for somebody.
Thank you, Michelle.
No. That's the main question. That echa maldiciones, que se levanta la pierna y se soba el punani, que les dice a todos, a mí me vale 100 hectáreas de Vicky, les dice cosas así a todo mundo. Eso ya lo sabemos. The main thing is, what kind of criminal are you? Don't you think, Clayton?
Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, to a certain point, why would you expunge your record? I know that she had committed assault, about 2 or 3 in the state of Washington.
It has to be horrible to expunge it. Ni que fuera iba a ser juez o que iba a ser attorney or doctora o algo. I mean, do you have a future in anything? That's the only reason you would want to expunge something. Pero si vas a hacer cagapalos toda la vida, why do it?
See, I feel that a lot of this that was encouraged, somebody had to encourage her to run for mayor. One of the things was, I feel La Pastora
No,
was,
no, 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 no. I remember the night that Roy Maruquin announced.
she announced that same night or what?
That night in her life, she jumped up and said, I'm going to go and file tomorrow. Because it was a Maruquin thing. It is something that, it's something that she's doing just to spite Maruquins. And I really believe that. That's my opinion. And I solely believe that that's the reason she did it. It's not something that she talked about on her show. I'm thinking about, I'm thinking about doing this. Never did she mention that. Even when her sister was talking about running for judge, she never mentioned she was interested in the mayor's position. No, never. Because she knows she's not qualified. Now, it came out of her own mouth that she had to take anger management classes. So, okay.
Obviously, that it fucking works. She needs to go back again.
I mean, do the people want somebody that had to take anger management classes as their mayor? Or are they gonna have to? She's gonna have to attend the meetings with a muzzle and have somebody standing behind her to hold her down because she's got anger management issues. I'm speaking what my opinion is and what I'm seeing. That is scary. That is scary. And not only for the community, it's scary for the commissioners that are going to be sitting next to her and the community that's going to attend these meetings. They have a problem. It's a big problem.
Well, you know what? I mean, there was some screenshots that I saw on another platform where one of her relatives stated that he didn't want to go back home because it was an unstable environment. So it makes me wonder what really happens behind closed doors when you have an individual who doesn't want to go back home because of what's happening behind closed doors. Well, that's a red flag right there. Either there's mental abuse or there is some sort of neglection towards this individual.
And she mentioned on her show today that people were going to bring up the issue, and it's open. It's open. Really, we can talk about this because she's a candidate.
Okay.
And because she brought it up herself in her own life. She said they're going to bring up my son's issues. What happened, this is quote unquote what she said, what happened here in my house. What happened? Tell us what happened. Why? You're the one that opened the door. You're the one that brought this issue out. So now the community wants to know what happened.
Well, there is screenshots circulating the internet, and I saw them. To be honest, I saw them, and I was falsely accused by this individual that because of me, her son wanted to hurt himself. Obviously, there was messages there where he told someone else that was a lie, that it wasn't because of that. It was because of the environment that he was living at the house, the neglection, the mental abuse, the verbal abuse. And obviously they find ways to blame everybody else but not be held accountable. This individual does not want to go back home. And that's a sign of something. This individual, which, there's more to the story, but I hold back because I feel so bad.
I don't hold back, Jaime, because this is somebody that is asking for the community to trust her with the position of mayor. And the community needs to know everything that they're getting themselves into by voting for this person. And it's all public because she's the one that put it on her shows public. She's the one. Now, in one of her videos, she said, I do not want him here in my house. I don't want him here.
Right.
So that is somebody that gives up on her own family. What makes you think she won't give up on the community?
Right.
If you are a strong leader, you don't give up on your family or the people you represent. So she will be super mad at me. She will call me another name tomorrow. I will probably be, I don't know, something. She's called me several names because I keep bringing this up. I keep talking. But what I'm talking is true. It is a true fact. It has been out of her own shows. It has been my personal experience because I have been around her and I have spent time with her and her family. So they're not lies. I'm not trying to bash her or in any way. I am trying to save that community from making the biggest mistake of their life. She does not qualify to be a mayor. She's not educated enough. She doesn't have the ethics. She doesn't have any morals. She is a horrible person. I mean, this woman is not even good enough to be head cantinera in las cantinas.
You sure? Yes.
You know, because of, I mean, that's not an example for the children of that community. It's not an example for the girls growing up and saying, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a mayor of my city because she's such a good example. She's not. So I will say it on the show. I will go to the city block there and I can yell it out on a microphone because it's the truth. It's the truth. Ahora, to the other thing, van a dar tacos con pelos. They have this plan where van a ir al, they're going to ask for permission to go to their city square, wherever that is, la plaza, y van a dar 3 tacos con pelos para cada persona. So, I mean, it's going to be a meet and greet. Va a ser de tacos con pelos. It's a laughable situation. Never have I heard of a community where somebody comes out of the yonque, como quien dice, salen debajo del yonque y dicen, I am the worst person for this position, but I'm going to put in my bid. I'm going to put it. Si hubieran cobrado, no lo hubiera hecho, pero no cobraban para apply.
Mm-hmm.
Pero I'm not going to shut up, and I will be there for the count. I will be there because
I think, Mina, what we need to do is go block walking in the community and start passing out some flyers out there.
No, you know, there is a newspaper that comes out once a week, and that newspaper needs to.
Right. But wouldn't it be more productive if we would go out and do block walking in the community?
You know what she said? That the people that pass in front of her house have told her that they support her. O si es el pendejo que iba el otro día pidiendo drogas. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
She said it. I feel so good because people that pass here in front of my house that tell me that they support me. Que chinga. ¿Quién pasa por ahí por enfrente? No creo que sean los abogados y los jueces y el DA y gente que tiene una poquita de inteligencia.
Tiene droga. ¡Abuela, droga!
Era un zorrillo.
¡Abuela, a droga! ¡Abuela, fuck! ¡Abuela, a droga! ¡Fuck!
Ahora sale que el tacuache que yo creía que era gato era zorrillo.
I wouldn't be surprised que se lo trague.
Zorrillo es lo que se le huele ahí cuando levanta la pierna. Esto es lo que huele a Zorrillo. I mean, it's you can start from one end of whatever you want to talk about, and she can't be this. She can't be this. ¿En qué mente cabe eso? Que una persona así diga, I'm in it to win it. When you can't even read the damn instructions on the manual because you already screwed up. You know?
Me pongo a pensar, pero no quiero decir nada.
No digas nada. No digas nada. No digas nada. But we'll know soon. But anyway, you quit calling me and asking me for my opinion because I will tell you the way I know. You know that I don't think I'm wrong in what I'm saying.
Well, your opinion is very important to begin with because, I mean, you've been very blunt. You've been very straightforward. You don't hesitate to speak how it is. You don't sugarcoat shit. And that's very important because that's how we get the message across. Now, one of the things that I would like for us to do is sit as a team and figure out a way to do some block walking out there in the community of Raymondville, informing them the type of person that this individual is. There's nothing wrong with that. I know certain people saying, well, there's a protective order. That protective order expired in January the 10th, and right now she is running for office. I have every right to criticize an elected official or a person who is running for office, whether you're an elected official or not, but you decide to put your name in the ballot. Anybody has the right to criticize you. Te chingaste, plain and simple.
That's true. And you know, they're public streets there.
Mm-hmm.
If she thinks that if some damn miracle from I don't know where, that she were to be that there would be more than 20 people that vote for her. If she thinks that she's going to control the streets there, she's wrong. That, you know, people have rights.
Right. Y acuerda lo que decía, what's good for the what?
Goose is good for the gander.
Exactly. And remember how bad she criticized Vanessa when she ran for office?
Oh, yes,
how she dogged her so much, how she went hardcore and walk and provoking her, going down her streets, talking shit, honking at her house, limpia la casa, and tormenting her. Tormenting this individual. I'm not saying we're gonna go torment anybody, but we're gonna expose with facts. We're gonna put facts out there so that people could understand who she is, what she's made out of.
They're very easy to prove.
And there's receipts to it.
I'm only asking one question. What did you do in Washington that's expunged and you had to take anger management classes for? If she can answer that to the people of that community, then go for it, guys. You want to vote for that? Go for it. Now, let me tell you something. ¿A quién fue el que no le arrestaron? ¿A quién fue the one they gave the ticket to when they were having that parade, that pitada?
Her brother.
Yes.
It was right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was her brother, and then everybody had to pitch in money to go and pay for this ticket, which they didn't even charge him anything for it. Y se clavó el dinero.
Why?
Now, another thing that needs to be brought up in this campaign is Bank of America and Chase Bank. If she can take money and not pay these banks back, what makes you think that the city is safe? Because she believes that she can take people's monies and do defame and slander and do all sorts of criminal things. Anyway, she has nothing for you to take. So she can't do this because, so how is the city safe when she did this to banks? Banks! Those are crucial things they're going to entrust you with. Financials on the city.
And even participated in a parade where they removed children from her, Vanessa's children from her. I think that's very pity of an individual. I think this person comes without any type of principles, values, and morals. I think she has. Um,
Ella misma, she said it, and it's there. You can just scroll through Medusa's page. She said it. I owe nothing to this community. I could care less for anybody in this community. I only care about the people that care for me.
the people that
It's
give her
about,
money, it's the people who give her money. It's what
yes,
she cares. Es interesada. Y como she's not benefiting anything right now from the city itself, well, she gives two fucks about who lives in the city. Because again, if we look at the picture, if we look how she came out saying,
taxes? Has she paid her taxes?
I don't know, that's public records too. That is public records too. If she owes any type of property taxes, we could put it out there as well.
Well, she says she has no property,
Mm-hmm.
but has her family, her immediate family paid their taxes because everything is under their name. Because what did she do?
Because the bank was going to remove the stuff from her.
Yeah, she screwed the banks, and she finagled her way out of it. And so, and then ella misma lo dijo. Then she told the judge, pues I have no money. I can pay them $5 a month. Con tal vergüenza. Con tal vergüenza. Pero se arranca para el casino a gamble, pero no puede pagarle al banco para atrás.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So there's proof that she transferred those properties to her sons so that she wouldn't have to pay the bank back.
Not only that, she's facing a lawsuit right now.
And she disrespects those judges, those attorneys. Y les dice, I mean, the way she talked about Dan Sanchez, she owes Dan Sanchez $10,000. And she, on her public social media, she says, yo no le voy a pagar ni madre, a mí me la pela. A mí me la pela. Todo eso, ¿y qué? Her explanation for her behavior is, ¿y qué? ¿Qué tiene que ver con? What does this have to do with me being a mayor? What does it have to do? If she can't figure that out, she shouldn't be a mayor.
But I mean, it's very clear that it's about the money, and I explained to you why, because that's all she's been talking about: the money, the money, the money, the money. She's not finding solutions for the community itself, like bringing in more jobs, lowering property taxes. And what else is there to do? The infrastructure of the city, the drainage, and stuff, and the safety of the community. And that's not what she's looking at. She's looking at numbers.
The water there is not fit to drink.
Well, I drank it when I was in jail. As you can tell. Quedé bien guasiada, guys, porque tragué agua de Raymondville.
Pero I'll continue to ask those questions. What is her criminal? Be transparent. Tell us what is your real criminal history. Why do you think you can take money and have surgeries and buy cemetery plots and do whatever you want with that money and with never intending to pay it back? How can you think that way? How can a contract come before you to sign where it's millions of dollars involved and you're not going to get tempted?
I wonder if she's met up with any type of vendors.
I don't know who.
Charming, Mountain Dew, baking soda.
This woman got some. She really has some research to do if she thinks that her sister's gonna run the city for her.
It's because I don't know what they're thinking that the sister's running the city for her, because the sister would not be in executive sessions. The sister would not participate in executive session. The sister would not be able to vote on any type of proposal
Oh, no, no,
or
no.
anything that's on the agenda. Like, it's common sense. Like,
Right. And another thing is, in their head, they think that there's federal monies that all they have to do is pick up the phone and call the federal government, that they need a mental health clinic, that they need 3 vans to take
but
people.
aren't those like grants, federal grants? But you have to,
Yes, yes.
go
And you have
through a
to qualify.
process.
Why are you promising people that you're going to get 3 vans to take people to the doctor in Harlingen or McAllen or wherever they need to go? That you're going to get them from the city.
But don't you need a grant writer for that? A grant writer is who gets those grants for the city itself, or even for a school district. You don't go.
Yes. And there already is, in case they don't know, there are already companies that have contracted with the government, with the state, that all the patient has to do is call them and they come pick you up. And if you qualify for Medicaid and Medicare, they pick you up and they take you to your doctor's appointments. They're private companies that have contracts with the government. That's how stupid they are. They know nothing about what we're talking about.
Right.
They know nothing. They think that they're going to pick up the phone, call the federal government, and tell them, we need to buy 3 vans to take our community people that need a ride to the doctor. We need to get them to the city of Raymondville.
As a mayor, you normally conduct meetings, and can she conduct a meeting? Can she really, go over the agenda, discuss the items, the proposals?
She hasn't even read the contract that she signed under oath for the application.
I know. I think we need to get that contract and read it here with us. If anybody has a contract, so we could read it here.
I had one, and I stupidly threw it away because I thought it was I didn't need it, and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna check through my stuff because maybe I kept it, but it's easy. You just go to City Hall and pick up one.
Well, I mean, whenever you have time and you get a contract, we could discuss it. We could go over it here with everyone so that they could know.
I'm not gonna read it and educate her on what to do when she's got one.
Let her be here para que se le eduque la estúpida.
Believe me, wait, espérate tantito. I expect it to be broken.
I got some. I'm just waiting on some stuff to go out there because that felt so gonna be for that.
I'm telling you, and I know. Que la perra dice que ella no mira tu show. Pues sí lo mira.
Pues aquí te tengo, pinche perra limosnera.
Dice que no mira tu show, pues, ¿y cómo se da cuenta todo lo que yo digo?
Porque aquí está.
Que porque le mandan clips, pues le mandarán clips de todo el show.
Oh, aquí la tengo for an hour. Every day I have her here. Every fucking night I have her here for an hour. She is part of the 248 that we have tonight.
A ratito sale diciendo.
She's already live. Aquí dijeron que she's already live, bien enojada echando madres.
Bueno, y yo, cuando vaya yo al city, ya ves lo que yo soy, me encanta bromear y chantajear. Yo, cuando vaya al city, yo me voy a presentar con la gente que yo hable y les voy a decir, yo soy el monstruo del swamp, yo soy la gremlin, yo soy la
bueno, hoy ahí también voy a decir que yo soy Joto Mayor, soy Trico, no aprieto.
Sí.
Everything.
Les voy a decir, ¿ustedes creen que esa mujer tiene 1 año de estarme diciendo que yo soy esto y que soy lo otro? ¿Esa es la persona que quieren que les eche madres y les ponga nombres?
Right.
Porque lo ha hecho con mucha gente.
Yeah, we have 246 viewers. She has 80.
Pues sí, y no los voy a dejar, porque la cosa es to know. People need to know, and she can send me a cease and desist, que puede mandar lo que le dé su gana, porque I'm not going to cease and desist. I have a right to speak up. Everybody in this country and other countries that are listening have a right to say, hey, I know something about a candidate there. And
She called you
you
Betty Davis now.
oh, Betty Davis. Betty Davis es su madre, la cabrona.
Pinche vieja trasquilada, que hocicona es la pinche trasquiladona.
Betty Davis es su madre. No, jodiendo conmigo.
Ay, ya déjala,
Pero
vaya, se la tragaron hasta los pinches
me
gusanos,
encanta,
no seas
me
gacha.
encanta. ¿Sabes por qué? ¿Sabes por qué me encanta? Porque me encanta verla encabronada.
I felt so
Me
good.
encanta.
Oh,
Cada vez
that was so
que la
fucking
miro,
good.
cada vez que la miro encabronada es algo que a mí me satisfecha. Así na cabrona se siente la gente cuando los traes al puro pedo.
Ay, qué rico.
Así,
I just got out wet and juicy. Thank you for the super chat.
y never, como que dice la vieja que estaba hablando, never cross me. Allá con Digital Demon.
¿Cuál era?
You know, la Yani.
La Yin Yang Twin.
Yeah. Never cross me. That's the worst mistake you can make. Never cross me. I'm going to use that. Never cross me. Porque tú creías.
Esa también, pinche perra desgraciada, nunca le he hecho yo nada, nomás because I didn't agree to go bash Vanessa, se enojó toda. Pues no es pedo mío.
No. Y ni conoce a Vanessa. Ni conoce a Vanessa esa vieja. Eso
Pero es que le está mamando la miona a Frank. That's what it is.
Pues sí. Pero pues oye, ni aunque estés haciendo eso, Frank es Frank y Vanessa es Vanessa. Está loca.
Le gusta la miona con jocoque.
Sí, no, cállate. Lo peor es que ni...
Porque ahorita las dos que se están peleando por la miona de Frank es la Margie, la de allá, la de New Jersey.
Esa es otra que me trae a mí. Yo no sé ni quién será, pero según ahí está haciendo comments en otros pages.
Te dije que esas dos se andan peleando por la miona de Frank y piensan que yo quiero pedo con Frank, pero yo no quiero pedo con Frank, pero esas dos se andan peleando por él.
Sí, pero esa vieja... Allá Ofelia le echó madre.
She put here, look, she put here, now, somebody put here, now she is threatening you, if you go to Raymondville, you get arrested. Ni que el pinche pueblo fuera de ella, que no mames.
Because she's a candidate, y ya quiere mandar. She's a candidate. That means you sign a freaking paper that you lied on.
Pues we're going to go block walking in the city of Raymondville y vamos a ir con propaganda with information, with facts and receipts, block walking door to door para que sepan the type of candidate that is running in the city of Raymondville.
Yes. And that's all there is about it. And none of the other two candidates that I am saying nos mandaron. No, we're on our own. We're a concerned citizen group. We are on our own.
We are on a movement.
Lo que quieras decir, me vale madre. Me vale madre. La cosa es de que la gente de ahí va a huir. Lo que, si no lo sabes, ya lo saben, Jaime. That community is so small that they know it.
Right.
She hasn't been banned from a big popular restaurant there for nothing.
Pero Miss Painter, we will continue with number 2, or I guess part 2 tomorrow.
Pues ya más, no, I need answers to those questions.
Bueno, ahorita que está en show, ves, review it y agarra information. Mañana la tienes aquí con nosotros y vamos a ver qué pasa.
Yeah, and ask people to tag Raymondville residents on their Facebook pages.
Right.
And Melissa's Facebook page, so that the word can get around.
Okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. And maybe we could contact the Raymond Chronicles and see what we can do from there.
Well, maybe we can get a reporter to investigate what happened in Michigan, or what was it?
I do have some contacts with Telemundo and Channel 5, and I'm going to contact them
It's a
regarding.
good.
It would be a
Good
great
invest-
story to cover.
Yeah, it's a good investigative work for somebody to bring up the bank issues. You know, the bank issues, the records, the criminal record in the other state, the everything. The most important thing is what happened on Halloween night. How was she involved, and why did it happen? Because there was a reason that happened. Those ladies weren't just walking across by and they decided to stop and punch her. No, there was a reason, and the reason is very, very. I mean, it's a to me, it's a those that lady snapped.
So we could actually pitch in and start working on some flyers, and we could actually send them out. There's always a way to do it, which is early voting. It's called propaganda. Early voting, you could send this stuff out to the newspapers. Pero como te digo, Miss Pena, we will continue with part 2 tomorrow.
They can give you the addresses so you can send it to every house.
Yeah, we could do that. Está bien, Miss Pena. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, buddy.
Bye. So, guys, we will work on part 2 tomorrow. We will continue with this. We will continue to talk about this candidate, and let's work on with flyers. If anybody wants to help out and print out some flyers, guys, you could actually cash app it to me, and I will work on flyers with a team of people. I won't mention any names, and we could do some block walking pretty soon. We'll organize a block walking in the community of Raymondville. I appreciate it, and God bless you all, guys.